A rescue capsule landed on the UGS spaceship after its mothership exploded, leaving its crew adrift in space for nearly a month. Initial passenger records suggest Commander Franklin and his team should be on board. However, upon inspection, they discovered only Lieutenant Miller unconscious and weak. The capsule's chaotic and blood-stained state deepened the mystery surrounding the incident. Following Captain Canello's directive, Dr. Alana swiftly escorted Miller to the medical room, where she was carefully tended to until consciousness returned to her. As Miller slowly regained awareness, Captain Canello wasted no time seeking answers to the perplexing situation. Canello asked why Miller was in the escape pod, which should have been prioritized for essential personnel such as Commander Franklin and other members. Commander Canello, grappling with concern for his brother, Commander Franklin, demanded answers from the Lieutenant Miller. However, Miller struggled to find her voice amidst exhaustion and confusion. She asked Alana to install a memory-reading device called a memo to find out what happened. After Miller asked Alana to install a memory reader called Memo, Dr. Alana decided to do so. This device made it possible to read a person's memories directly, albeit with the risk that they may not be completely accurate. However, Alana realized this was the only way to discover what had happened in the escape pod. Dr. Alana agreed to install the memory reader, the Memo, as Miller requested. Despite the risk of some memory inaccuracies, Alana believed it was the best way to understand what happened in the escape pod. She carefully prepared and activated the device, eager to uncover the truth hidden within Miller's memories. As this process occurred, Captain Canello and the rest of the crew waited tensely, hoping to get answers to the mystery behind Miller's presence in the escape pod. As Miller's memories were scanned, a series of scenes unfolded on the screen, unveiling the truth about the dramatic events in the escape pod and the UGS spaceship. The crew, including Alana, watched intently as the secrets of their journey were revealed through Miller's memories. By understanding what happened, they hoped to find answers to nagging questions, including why Miller was found alone in the escape pod and the whereabouts of Commander Franklin and the rest of the crew. In addition, they also hope to see clues that can help them survive and face the challenges ahead. In a bleak future where chaos reigned worldwide, advanced technology served as the beacon of hope to unravel mysteries. Dr. Alana had prepared an advanced VR-like device to scan Miller's memories. Despite being aware of its occasional inaccuracies, they understood it as the sole method to uncover the truth of what had transpired. Before delving into Miller's memories, it's crucial to grasp the backdrop of their world. Rampant pollution has engulfed the globe in toxicity, leading to widespread devastation. Society has cleaved into two factions. The privileged citizens dwell within fortified domes, shielded from harm, while non-citizens eke out a perilous existence in the hazardous outdoors, battling toxic air and myriad other dangers. These glaring societal disparities inevitably breed social tensions, widening the chasm between the affluent, educated, and influential and the less privileged. Against this backdrop, questions of justice and humanity loom as they prepare to delve into Miller's memories, hoping to unearth answers to their enigmas. Moreover, the condescending attitude of citizens towards non-citizens has ignited widespread conflicts worldwide. These profound class divisions have stoked wars that have decimated large portions of the human populace. The apex of this turmoil is the explosive eruption of the Yellowstone volcano, forecasted to plunge the planet into an ice age once more. Amidst this devastation, governments worldwide initiated space migration and colonization programs as a last-ditch effort to salvage what remained of humanity. In the early months of 2151, an ambitious space expedition to a newfound planet named He's Paradise commenced. Spearheaded by the space vessel known as the UGS, or Sejin for short, this mission marked a pivotal moment in human history. Unlike conventional spacecraft, the UGS boasted groundbreaking technology capable of harnessing dark energy and achieving velocities near the speed of light. With this revolutionary capability, the expedition team aimed to condense what would have taken millennia of travel into a fraction of the time, offering a glimmer of hope for humanity's survival and the prospect of establishing new civilizations on distant planets. The initial departure mission was led by Captain O'Date, with Lai serving as the technician, Miller as the lieutenant and pilot, Langdon as the spacecraft's navigation and control designer, and numerous other crew members selected to pioneer the colonization of a new planet. However, when it was revealed that Lieutenant Miller was a non-citizen, Langdon expressed surprise, as societal norms dictated that non-citizens should not hold significant roles. To distinguish between citizens and non-citizens, each crew member wore their initials on their sleeves. Despite some dissent, Captain O'Date emphasized equality among the crew and personally mentored Lieutenant Miller. This inclusive approach extended to other non-citizens who held vital roles on the ship, challenging traditional biases and fostering a sense of unity among the crew. An hour later, the spaceship detected an asteroid field ahead of them. Miller requested permission to take over manual control to avoid a collision, but Langdon argued that manual control was unnecessary. He believed that his design system could control the ship more efficiently than humans. As a result, Langdon suggested that the vessels remain in automatic control mode to navigate through the asteroid field safely. Suddenly, Miller felt nauseous, prompting the captain to instruct him to go to the infirmary for a checkup. On his way to the infirmary, Miller took out a medicine but hesitated to take it. Once in the infirmary, Dr. Myers discovered that Miller was pregnant through a scanner despite Miller wearing a safety harness. However, they didn't seem concerned about this discrepancy, and the doctor provided her with vitamins to assist with her condition. A violent shock jolted the ship moments later, and Miller quickly returned to the bridge. There, she discovered that the ship's navigation system couldn't steer clear of the asteroid field as she had anticipated, leading to an unavoidable collision. The situation grew increasingly dire. The impact tore through the hull and paralyzed the ship's systems. The captain immediately initiated evacuation procedures, and one by one, the rescue capsules began to depart, leaving only Miller and a handful of crew members remaining on the bridge. In a corridor, a crew member named Thompson faced rejection from entering a capsule due to his non-citizen status, despite sufficient space. Thompson had to search for another capsule until eventually encountering Miller, Myers, and Lai on an upper floor. However, they could not access the capsule as it was reserved for the ship's officers. Later, Commander Franklin arrived and opened the door, permitting only Lai to enter the capsule due to the other's non-citizen status. This exacerbated the situation, highlighting both the constraints of the rescue capsule and the discrimination against non-citizens. After the spaceship explosion, despite surviving, the communication and navigation systems sustained damage. However, the food dispensers remained functional, providing sustenance every 24 hours and offering a buffer in the food supply. Miller then identified himself as the ship's lieutenant and navigation manager. However, Franklin disregarded job titles, considering non-citizen status as the determining factor. Franklin then inquired about their position and safety percentage, but Lai couldn't answer as navigation wasn't his expertise. The malfunctioning system and their lack of knowledge about their whereabouts further complicated the situation. Miller managed to plot a new course and adjust the capsule's trajectory, but the task ahead was daunting. They needed to engage the full-power thrusters to catch up with the UGS Starship's main route. Despite initial doubts, Lai agreed with Miller's proposal to modify the thruster engines, even though it would drain the life support system's power. However, engaging the thrusters at full power came with significant risks. While the capsule was initially designed to sustain 5 passengers for 40 days, the damage suffered during the collision meant their oxygen supply was only sufficient for the next 22 days. Using full thrust would further deplete their oxygen reserves, leaving them with just 15 days' worth. Franklin opposed the plan, deeming it too risky. He feared getting lost without a functioning navigation system, advocating for staying put and awaiting rescue. This difference in perspective heightened tensions amidst their dire circumstances. Meanwhile, the personal conflict between Thompson and Miller added another layer of complexity. Despite being in a romantic relationship and expecting a child, Thompson questioned their ability to build a life together on a new planet due to their differing social statuses. Miller was a lieutenant, whereas Thompson was a mere chicken farmer. As Miller worked on repairing the communication system, Earth faced escalating turmoil marked by a surge in natural calamities and uprisings. Major urban centers lay in ruins, overrun by rebel factions, painting a grim picture of humanity's self-inflicted demise. While Miller was repairing the communications system, he enlisted Lai's help to build a radio dropper device. This device would be used to track objects in space by emitting signal waves, similar to how sonar is used on submarines. Although radio dropper technology was considered primitive, it could at least increase their chances of survival and finding help. While rudimentary, this technology represented a crucial lifeline, enhancing their prospects of survival and securing assistance in their dire circumstances. Detecting an object on their radar, possibly another rescue capsule, presented the team with a daunting choice. They grappled with whether to venture towards it or remain stationary. While there was a glimmer of hope that it could be a lifeline, it also posed the risk of disappointment if it turned out to be debris or a damaged vessel. Leigh's astute observations swayed the team, suggesting that the object aligned with their main trajectory, hinting at its relevance. Yet they weighed the consequences. Approaching it would deplete their already dwindling oxygen supply further than anticipated. Despite his reservations, Franklin eventually consented to approach the object, acknowledging their limited options and uncertainty about when the rescue team would locate their capsule. However, he tasked Miller with risking his life should their efforts yield nothing beneficial. It was a difficult decision, but they understood that taking this risk was their best shot at improving their odds of survival and securing assistance. They worked together to modify the booster rocket and rush towards the mysterious object. Myers sacrificed his food rations for the sake of the pregnant Miller, showing heartwarming solidarity among the trapped crew. Although Myers encouraged Miller to reveal her pregnancy to the rest of the crew, Miller chose to keep it a temporary secret, wanting to focus on their rescue mission. However, worry and tension were inevitable when the mysterious object they were chasing suddenly disappeared from their radar. The mistake angered Franklin, and although Thompson tried to defend the plan of going back to the object, fear still clouded their minds. Suddenly, a loud crash shanked their capsule, which turned out to be another rescue capsule that looked damaged and showed no signs of life. It became a moment of enigma and suspense for the crew caught in an increasingly complicated situation. Meanwhile, in Alana's lab, the scanning device flagged an alternate memory, possibly triggered by Miller's refusal to have his memories probed. This anomaly raised suspicions, suggesting a potential discrepancy between the memories viewed and the actual events. Alana became wary of the possibility of memory manipulation or misinterpretation during the scanning process, casting doubt on the accuracy of Miller's narrative. As the investigation progressed, Alana and her team hoped that the alternate memories detected by the scanning device would uncover the truth behind the events in the escape pod and shed light on the fate of the other damaged pods. This mystery kept them on edge as they strived to unravel the real story. Tensions escalated inside the escape pod when Miller stumbled upon an unexpected incubator and discovered the body of a crew member, raising more questions about what truly transpired. Meanwhile, outside the pod, Thompson successfully disconnected the communication antenna. Still, he was startled by a sudden movement, leading him to believe that Miller had emerged. Little did he know, Miller remained inside the capsule, diligently checking the oxygen reserves. As Miller attempted to assess the oxygen reserves, a mishap occurred when he inadvertently opened the oxygen line, causing it to be expelled into space. Amidst the chaos, Miller spotted movement within the crewman's suit, which soon revealed itself as a bizarre creature launching an attack. Frantically, Miller called out to Thompson for assistance, prompting Thompson to enter the capsule and pull Miller to safety swiftly. Once safely back inside the capsule, Myers sought an explanation for the commotion. Still reeling from the shock of the encounter, Miller struggled to articulate what had transpired, uncertain whether something was lurking within the suit or if his panic had clouded his perception. With tension mounting inside the escape pod and uncertainty prevailing both inside and outside, the crew faced a race against time to unravel the mysteries surrounding their predicament. Tension escalated when Miller spotted something lurking behind Thompson on the monitor screen, yet Thompson remained oblivious to any threat. Sensing danger, Franklin's intuition kicked in, prompting him to instruct Lai to seal the airlock chamber as Thompson prepared to enter, adhering to strict protocols to prevent contamination from external sources. Despite Miller's frustration over the dwindling oxygen supply, Franklin remained steadfast in his decision. With no other recourse, Myers reluctantly administered a sedative to Miller before opening the airlock door. As the crew reviewed the video footage, they were stunned to discover that the deceased individual was the head of the covert biological weapons program, shrouded in secrecy and raising questions about its true purpose. Thompson questioned Franklin's insistence on sealing the airlock. At the same time, Miller speculated that Franklin might have been plotting to eliminate them individually to ensure his survival, especially after the recent repair of the communications antenna. Miller reasoned that with a functional antenna, they could precisely determine the capsule's location and await assistance. Meanwhile, the navigation system sprang back to life, indicating that the capsule was positioned 20,000 kilometers away from the main trajectory. Although there was still a significant distance to cover, the capsule was heading in the right direction. While taking a break, Myers encouraged Miller to disclose her pregnancy to the crew to alleviate tensions. Despite appreciating Myers' gesture, Miller remained adamant about keeping her pregnancy a secret, hoping to survive long enough to give birth on the new planet. None of them desired to return to a chaotic and disaster-ridden Earth. As Myers prepared to rest, a sudden attack by an alien creature caught him off guard, resulting in his instant demise. Miller quickly ascended to the upper deck and alerted the crew about the creature's presence. With Myers slain and the beast lurking in a maintenance shaft, a new problem emerged. The hallway provided access to the entire system, including the food supply. Unless they addressed the threat promptly, the creature could appear at any moment and launch an attack. Meanwhile, Franklin regained consciousness and requested access to the room. Despite the uncertainty of the situation, Franklin insisted on contributing to their efforts to resolve it. However, wary of potential complications, Thompson adamantly refused to grant Franklin entry. When Miller utilized the memo device to retrieve his memories, they witnessed the alien creature on the screen. It was of medium size but possessed highly lethal claws. There was a possibility that the creature originated from the incubator capsule discovered earlier, clandestinely attaching itself to Thompson's suit and infiltrating his body. The military utilized the incubator machine to engineer alien organisms, which inadvertently hatched within the capsule, resulting in the demise of the entire crew. The shocking truth emerged when Lai uncovered that the UGS ship they had boarded was, in fact, a specialized biological transport vessel. This revelation came to light after Lai hacked into the commander's classified archive. Amidst their escalating predicament, they received a message from the commander of the UGS-99 ship. With regret, the captain conveyed that they could only rescue survivors within the vicinity of the spaceship, but he offered a glimmer of hope. The UGS-800 would intersect their route within the next 18 days. The captain hoped they possessed sufficient oxygen reserves to endure until then. Miller suggested another survival strategy, using the thruster engines to head towards the designated track and rendezvous with the UGS-800 within the next 10 days. However, Lai cautioned that pursuing this action would deplete their resources, including the oxygen reserves. Amidst the crisis, the reactor core encountered a malfunction that necessitated urgent repair. Miller and Thompson descended to address the issue, aiming to restore the power source. Thankfully, they managed to avoid detection by the alien creatures and successfully restored the power source. However, unbeknownst to them, Lai opened the door to the upper room at Franklin's request. Franklin went downstairs and attacked Thompson suddenly. Thompson asked Miller to take shelter in the upper room while confronting Franklin. Miller asked Lai why he freed Franklin, but suddenly an alien creature appeared from behind and attacked Lai. Miller tried to help Lai, but tragically, Lai could not be saved. Subsequently, Franklin ascended the stairs and aimed a firearm at Miller. However, before Franklin could pull the trigger, the alien creature emerged from its hiding spot and assaulted Franklin, resulting in his untimely demise. Delving into Miller's memories, Alana struggled to comprehend the motives behind creating the creature. The scene unfolded as Miller attempted to eliminate the creature. However, the creature adeptly evaded Miller's attack. It instead fatally wounded Thompson, stabbing him in the chest and resulting in his immediate demise. Simultaneously, Miller's memory abruptly ceased, as if the event had never occurred. When Alana inspected Miller, she discovered a peculiar medication in his pouch. Upon examination, it was revealed to be an antipsychotic drug typically prescribed to prevent bipolar disorder and dissociative identity disorder. However, this medication also carried side effects that could induce memory disorders, causing individuals to imagine and fabricate new memories as if they were real experiences. Miller couldn't discern between dreams and reality, resulting in his brain harboring multiple memories. Alana delved into Miller's memories with this revelation, hoping to uncover more about the incident. The next scene returned to when Myers met him downstairs. Myers was about to rest on his bed, but this time, unlike before, an alien suddenly appeared from under his blanket. However, what happens next was entirely unexpected. Miller took out his knife and stabbed Myers until he was covered in blood. Miller attacked Lai mercilessly, leaving him seriously injured. Unintentionally, the knife in Miller's hand pierced Thompson's chest when Thompson tried to prevent it. Although Miller did not mean to do so, she immediately apologized. In his final moments, Miller revealed that she wished she could live together with Thompson and that she thought Thompson would make a good father. As he passed away, Thompson conveyed that Miller had finally secured enough oxygen for herself and their unborn child until the arrival of the spaceship to rescue them. In light of this revelation, Alana speculated that the scene depicting the crew being attacked by aliens might have been a fabricated memory concocted by Miller after ingesting antipsychotic medication. It was highly probable that Miller intentionally fabricated these false memories to conceal his guilt. Alana was uncertain which incident to present to Canelo. Still, she ultimately revealed the alien attack that resulted in the crew's demise. After the loss of 4 crew members, Alana was determined to prevent any further casualties, ensuring Miller's ability to deliver her baby. However, there remained the possibility that to survive, Franklin or others might commit acts similar to Miller's. As the months rolled by, their spaceship glided through the endless expanse of space, finally reaching the fabled destination of He's Paradise. Amidst the breathtaking landscapes of their new home, Miller brought new life into the world, defying the odds and birthing a healthy baby against all the odds. Yet, beneath the surface of this triumph lay lingering shadows of doubt and unanswered questions. So, what did you think of the movie? Leave it in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more movie recaps. See you in the next video.